Just recently, I reviewed 6 styles from the International City collection, and many of you responded to that video. Some of you asked me to compare Sydney to Amsterdam. I had a few that said, are you sure you're reviewing Amsterdam and not Tribeca? So I thought that what I would do today is compare all 3 styles, Tribeca, Amsterdam, and Sydney, let you know what the similarities are and what the differences are. This is not a wig review. I'm just showing you the similarities and differences between these 3 styles. I do have videos showing Tribeca, and I also have the video with the 6 styles that include Amsterdam and Sydney. I'm going to start off with Tribeca. This is from the New York City collection. All 3 of these are from the City collection, but Tribeca is from the New York City collection. I'm starting off with Tribeca because this is the shortest of the 3. All 3 have bangs. I choose to wear Tribeca with the bangs off to the side because the bangs are 4 inches and my forehead is only 2.5 inches. So I just move it over to the side, but you can certainly wear it with the bangs. Just trim it a little bit if you have a short forehead, as I do. We have sides on Tribeca of 6 to 11 inches. When we see on the specs on a website where it says sides are 6 to 11 inches. What that's telling us is that we have layers. So we have lots of layers here, 6 inches, 7 inches, 6.5 inches, all the way to 11 inches. The overall length is 12 inches on Tribeca, and the nape is 4 inches. So while it looks very similar to Amsterdam, and to some of you it may appear similar to Sydney, it is the shortest of the 3. Let me show it to you on all sides. As you can see, it's not long in the back. Such a pretty style. I wear this so often. Something that all 3 styles have in common is that all 3 have a center part. All 3 have an extended lace front. All 3 have low density, and none of these have permatease. So that is something that they all have similar. What they're going to differ in is going to be in the measurements, but the styles are somewhat similar. The next one in the lineup, this is Amsterdam and Macadamia Latte R. As you can see, it's going to be a little bit longer, but basically a very similar style. We have bangs that are 4 inches, just as we had on Tribeca. Did I mention that Tribeca was crushed almond blonde R? I don't think I mentioned that. Amsterdam is from the International City collection. Once again, we have that center part, the extended lace front, no permatease, and we have a low density. While Tribeca's sides are 6 to 11 inches, on Amsterdam we have 7 to 12.5 inches. So on the side measurements, we have about 1.5 inches more, and a little bit more rounded at the bottom. If you wanted to sleek it down, you can certainly sleek it. The overall length on Amsterdam is 8.5 to 11.5 inches. However, the sides are going to be a little bit longer. With Tribeca, we had those lots of layers right here, but it was more of the same length towards the bottom, while on Amsterdam we're going to have more layers all around. And because we have these sides that are 7 to 12.5 inches, it's going to give it a longer appearance, not by much, just by that 1.5 inches. So if you like one style and it's not available, you may like the other one. This is Sydney in buttered toast. Now with Sydney, we're going to have the longest style. Sydney, just as the other two, the bang is going to be 4 inches as well. It's going to have that extended lace front, the center part, no permatease, lower density, but we have a lot of layers here and they're longer. The sides on Sydney are 7 to 14 inches, so about 1.5 to 2 inches longer than Amsterdam and about 3 to 4 inches longer than Tribeca. We still have those sides with the layers, we still have the bang, but our overall length is between 9 and 14.5 inches, so much longer. The nape on Sydney is 7 inches, while the nape on Tribeca and Amsterdam is 4 inches. So that is going to add to the length of our wigs. If you prefer a longer style, you love Tribeca, you love Amsterdam, but you just want a longer style, then definitely Sydney is the one to look at. If you prefer the shortest of all of them, then it would be Tribeca. Because I think that because Tribeca is the shortest, we don't have as many layers as we are so evident on Sydney because it's longer. So while on Tribeca we had that 6 to 11 inches, there's not that much of a difference in the layers. But on Sydney we have 7 inches to 14 inches, creating lots of layers. So this is a very layered style than what we see on Tribeca, and even more so than what we see on Amsterdam. With Amsterdam, we can certainly sleek it down a little bit. It appears to be a little bit more rounded, very similar to the original, what was it, Destiny from the Cafe collection. That was a very rounded type of style. And if I have to choose which of these from these three, which two are the ones that are most similar, it would definitely be Amsterdam and Tribeca, even though Amsterdam is a little bit longer. Let's take a look at them side by side. I love all three styles. These are my personal wigs. I've kept them in my wig closet and I wear them. And the one obviously that I've worn the most is Tribeca because it's the oldest one. Amsterdam and Sydney are my newest styles. But I think that I'm hoping that this video is helpful when I do these comparisons for you, because I feel that sometimes the wigs are on back order, or it's not available at the time, or it's taking too long for whatever reason. And you don't want, if you want one, well, there might be one that's a little bit similar that is available for immediate shipping. So that's something to look at. I think they're beautiful. They all have the same color story. So if one isn't available, let's say in buttered toast, you could order another one in the buttered toast. As long as you know the differences between them, I don't think that you'll have a problem. And whether you like to wear them off the face or you like to wear it with the bang, these are great options. Let me know if you have any of these three styles, and please let me know if this video was helpful and informative. I know some of you did ask me for this video, so I hope it was helpful for you. Thanks everyone. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.